Welcome friends to another video. Welcome to the first fragrance review on the channel. And today I'm going to talk about the house of Le Couvent Maison de Parfum, or Le Couvent des Minimes as they were once known and called. This is a French house, a French niche house. It's a house that's under the guidance of Jean-Claude Helena, who is the creative director of this house. And today I'm going to talk about a very interesting fragrance from them called Fort Royal. This fragrance came to the market in 2018. It's a very simple composition, but with a very complex development, at least on my skin, and at least every single time that I decide to wear this fragrance. Let's talk about the presentation. This is how the cardboard box looks. For those of you who are interested in the boxes, I don't know, I don't care. I'm interested in the bottle and the juice inside. This is how the bottle looks. Very simple, very elegant, very beautiful. You have this cap with the logo on top. But I want to say something, I want to mention something. This bottle design at least, looks pretty familiar to me because it resembles a lot the bottles of L'Artisan Parfumier. I just had to mention this because the resemblance is obviously striking. But as I said, I'm interested in the juice. Let's talk about the composition because we only have two notes inside this fragrance. We have pink peppercorns and we also have benzoin. And that's it. I've tried to find out more about the composition because I feel every single time that I wear this fragrance that there are a lot more notes inside. But unfortunately, these are the only two notes that I managed to find even on the official website. So, does this mean that this is a very simplistic, very linear fragrance? No, not at all. This is very complex, actually. Mainly because of the benzoin found inside this fragrance, which sports, or if you want, it's multifaceted in this combination with the pink peppercorns. You have a very interesting opening, very aromatic, fruity-like opening, because you always have the impression that there are some fruits behind the peppercorns, but at the same time, the benzoin gives you a huge blast of vanillic feel, and at the same time gives you a huge blast of incensey feel. Because these are, if you want, some of the ways in which benzoin works in fragrances. It can be very vanillic. So if you love vanilla-based fragrances, you're gonna love Fort Royal. And also, it could be very incensey. And for those of you who don't know, benzoin is a resin, and you basically get this resin out of the styrex tree. So the essential oil that you get out from the styrex tree is actually what's used in fragrances, and it's a very complex, very beautiful note. It has different characters, if you want. It could be vanillic, it could be ambery, it could be incensey, and so on and so forth. And this one is one fragrance where this benzoin resin works flawlessly in giving the consumer that semi-gourmand vanillic vibe, and also that elegant, sensual, beautiful incensey vibe. Combined with the peppercorns, and it simply smells great. It's aromatic in the opening. It's also gourmand. It's also semi-sweet. I wouldn't say sweet, but let's say semi-sweet. Also, you get a very beautiful boozy accord after about the first 25-30 minutes of applying this fragrance on your skin. A very beautiful boozy accord that reminds me, if you want, of the boozy accord found in Hugo Boss The Scent Absolute, or in every Hugo Boss The Scent, for that matter, mainly because it resembles a lot with the maninka fruit found in The Scent. And the maninka fruit brings that, of course, fruity vibe, but also that rummy, alcoholic vibe also. And this is what exactly happens in Fort Royal from Le Couvent des Minimes. At least on my skin, I get this beautiful, boozy, rummy accord sitting somewhere in the background, hiding, if you want, behind the benzoin and its incensey vanillic vibes. Very beautiful fragrance. As I said in the beginning, it has only two notes, but it's very complex. It's very faceted, if you want. And I highly appreciate the way that the house of Le Couvent interpreted this fragrance. Also, because this is a fragrance made by Le Couvent de Minimes, I have to mention the fact that this house is the only French fragrance house that's 100% vegan. They only use raw materials, and for those of you who don't know, for example, Fort Royal uses 86% of raw materials in the composition and whatnot. They do not test their products on animals or any kind of living beings, and they don't use animalic notes or of animal provenience in their fragrances. So, Le Couvent de Minimes Fort Royal is a unisex fragrance, at least this is how it's marketed, but for me and on me, it leans more on the masculine side, mainly because it brings that beautiful boozy accord, and also it has that very interesting aromatic fruity vibe in the opening, but also, if you want, that incense tonality, which I highly appreciate. This is a very versatile, at least for me, fragrance. You can wear this one casually, you can wear this semi-formal or formally dressed. You can use this even for special occasions, I don't know, dating, for example, a romantic evening or dinner, but be very careful how many sprays you use in this type of scenario. Also, I see this being worn very nice in winter time, but exceptionally well in spring and fall, though in my case, due to the fact that it sports that beautiful incense accord, I'm gonna also use it in summertime. Why? Because that incense accord found in Fort Royal resembles a lot on my skin and to my nose with the beautiful olibanum note found in Bentley for Men Absolute, which I love, and which I also don't hesitate on wearing in summertime. This is Fort Royal. This is my experience with this fragrance, with this product. I highly appreciate it and I highly recommend it. I don't know if you can sample their products, only if you go to their official page. Probably they have gift sets and I don't know, miniatures. So you can purchase miniatures, test them out, see how they perform on you, see how they smell on you, and only afterwards, if you are happy with the results, based on your own conclusions, you can go ahead and purchase the full bottle. This is a niche house. The prices aren't very cheap, but they aren't exceptionally expensive. You can buy a 50 ml bottle for about 50 euros and the big 100 ml bottle for 100 euros. So I do believe that there is great value considering what you get back. Very beautiful scent, very good performance also because it lasts a long time on my skin. It projects really great for a couple of hours, and it also leaves a very beautiful scent trail. And of course, it attracts compliments. Very elegant, very sensual, very, let's say, I would say gourmand, but at the same time, a very warming type of fragrance, because at some time you may actually feel that this one may have amber inside the composition, which is quite curious. As I said, only 2 notes listed. Still, the development of the fragrance is very complex on the skin. Thank you for watching, guys. This does it for this video. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. As always, my friends, be safe, be good, peace.